These release notes reveal a shift in AI capability. The ChatGPT Work and desktop app modules focus on executing multi-step, real-world tasks. Users expect these models to manage long-horizon workflows, parse local files on a hard drive, and generate shareable websites with minimal supervision. But even with this increased processing power, companies often hit a wall when attempting to plug these engines into their daily operations. Early enterprise implementations frequently produce outputs that are too uncertain for high-stakes decision-making. Models designed for execution struggle to produce usable results when the operational context remains hidden. In a typical business, information lives in disconnected silos rather than a single searchable location. Data stays trapped in bid portals, isolated WhatsApp threads, localized PDF files, and private spreadsheets on employee desktops. This fragmentation exposes a core limitation of modern models. They do not possess human intuition. A human manager can look at 3 conflicting spreadsheets and use experience to identify the truth. A machine lacks the context to make a judgment call, leading to a breakdown in logic. This contrast box highlights why the common approach is backward. Starting with the agency side on the left leads to automations that lack business context. The model isn't the problem. The scattered environment it is forced to navigate is simply unreadable to a machine. This diagram shows the chain reaction of messy data. At step 1, disconnected records cannot be matched, forcing teams to create private workarounds. Step 3 shows the result. Different software platforms display conflicting statuses, making it impossible to determine who owns the next action. As deadlines are missed, leadership must resort to manual checking and reconciliation just to assemble a basic report. By the time the data reaches the automation, the logic is so degraded that the AI produces uncertain answers. Breaking this cycle requires funneling those scattered sources into a connected operating layer. You cannot automate a process effectively until you have fixed the original source of truth. Enterprise architecture must be built layer by layer, from the ground up. The foundation is the data layer, which is strictly responsible for connecting databases and establishing reliable records. The middle tier is the workflow layer, where you define the rules, ownership, and human approval gates. Dashboards and AI sit at the top of the stack. These tools only provide value once the previous 2 layers are carrying the weight of the business logic. Step 8 is a mandatory requirement. You must validate with real data. This identifies duplicates and permission gaps before the AI is given control. The automation layer is a top-level dependency. It succeeds only when it is built upon a validated operational foundation. When data is structured correctly, it flows into designated slots automatically, triggering reliable dashboards and accurate reporting. Even in a highly automated system, human guardrails remain necessary for sensitive actions like financial changes or final contract approvals. This summary makes it clear. As we see in the More Data Dependency block, the quality of a model's output depends entirely on the quality and structure of the business data. The businesses that outpace their competitors in the next decade will be the ones that prepare their data layer today, rather than those who blindly chase software tools. As this headline suggests, you should identify the specific workflow costing your business the most and build its structure before adding automation.